What's up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video for about a week and a half, but I am moving out of my house in Manchester in a couple of days and I'll be going down to London where I will be studying at university and living for the next 12 months. So most of my focus has been on that at the moment and I haven't really had time to even think about making new cards. However, today I am going to be doing a video where I'll show you a lot of the new cards from set 2, and these ones will be from the planet Palicium, because the way I used to show my cards from set 2, I used to just show you 9 random cards, which were the ones I'd made most recently, and they didn't really go together that well, and I didn't really enjoy making those videos. I much preferred doing it the old way, like the planet profile way that I did for all the cards in set 1. So I'm going to be starting the series Planet Profiles Wave 2. And in this video, because I started the set 1 planet profiles with the fire planet Chios here, and then worked my way along the galaxy to Palicium at the very end, for the set 2 planet profiles, we're going to work backwards. So starting with Palicium, and then Roka, Gaios, working all the way back to the planet Chios. So, Palicium is one of the fan favourite planets. You guys really seem to love the way that the planet works. If you don't know how it works, it is the water planet, and it uses a combination of very weak creatures with very strong creatures, and not much in between. So you're going to be using creatures with 1 or 2 stars, little things that you generally find in a watery environment, and then you're going to be using them in harmony with the massive like ice monsters and sea serpents that are going to win you the game. So before I show you the new cards, I'm going to do a really quick recap of all the cards from set 1 for Palicium, starting with the planet card of Palicium itself, which reads: you can kill 2 or more Palicium creatures on your planet that have a total of 6 stars or less to free play one of your Palicium creatures from your hand that has 8 stars or less. Okay, so that's the planet, and all the support cards for Palicium set 1 include Thousand Eyes Fish, Transponge, which is my favourite card, the almighty Cranchon, of course, Aquanite, Jellyfished, Schwaggle, and then the combiner creature for the planet, which was, of course, Tentaclon. We also had the resource card Swirlpool, which reads: shuffle a Palicium creature with 4 or more stars from your hand into your galaxy to add 1 Palicium creature from your galaxy to your hand that has 3 stars or less. So that's everything from set 1, and now I'm going to get on to showing you the brand new cards that you won't have seen from set 2. Well, actually you've seen a couple of them, but never mind. So first of all we have Bubbo, and you may think he's pretty weak. He's a 2-star with 110 power and 110 health, but he can become pretty powerful with some of the cards I'll be showing you later in this video. Next up we have Cryocross, which is the first Palicium creature that has an ability. He's a rare, he's got 1 star, he's got 70 power and only 10 health, but he reads: if this card is in your creature zone, you can attach it to another Palicium creature on your planet with 6 stars or more to have that creature gain 70 power. One of those creatures that you can use this ability with is the next card, which is probably one of, if not my favourite card from set 2 so far, and that is Spine-backed Serpent. Now this is a 6-star card, but the interesting thing is it's only a common card. I've only ever made 1 common creature that's this powerful before, which is, you'll probably know, Drangel from set 1, who's a very popular card. Yeah, Spine-backed Serpent, 360 health, which is massive, and then 230 power, which is still good. It isn't that great, but that's where cards like Cryocross can come in, because you can use Cryocross's ability to give Spine-backed Serpent, to boost Spine-backed Serpent's power up to 300, and 300 power and 360 health is really good for a 6-star common card as well. So yeah, Spine-backed Serpent's one of my favourite cards, and he's definitely going to be really useful to the planet Palicium. Next up we have Squiddle. He's got 170 power, 230 health, and not much more to say about him. Next up we have this guy here, Frozboz. He's just a standard 3-star, 200 power, which is really good, and 100 health. Okay, next up is the strongest creature for Palicium from set 2, even stronger than the Spine-backed Serpent. He's not as strong as Cranchon from set 1, but he is very good, and that card is... and this is also a very interesting card because it is the first card that I've made for the game that has an undefined power and health. And its name is Diabocadra. So as you can see, the power and health stats are just filled in with question marks. This card is a rare, it's got 7 stars, so it's pretty big. But I really like the art for him. He's just like a sea serpent with loads of heads. being ridden by some of the weaker creatures from the planet Palicium. If you can name all 3 of them, then comment down below and you can win absolutely nothing. Okay, so Daibakadra reads, this card's power and health is equal to the total power and health of all of your dead 1 and 2 star Palicium creatures. I did actually calculate how strong he can be. If you have 2 dead copies of every 2 star or lower Palicium creature, then I calculated that his maximum power at the moment is 560, which is stronger than any other creature in the game, and his maximum health is 600, which is even higher. Realistically though, that probably will not happen very often, but it is not difficult to make Daibakadra very strong if you have him late on in the game. So yeah, Daibakadra is a really interesting card that I'm really looking forward to using in some battle videos, maybe ripping on my Asian friend using it. Also, he combos very well with the card in set 1, Swirlpool. Now, if you draw Daibakadra at the very start of a game, he won't be very good, because obviously you're not going to have as many dead cards as you would later on in the game. So Swirlpool's a useful card that you can use with this, because you can shuffle the Daibakadra back into your deck when you don't need it, add a weaker creature to your hand, then when that creature dies, and then when you draw into your Daibakadra again, because it's in your galaxy, he'll be stronger. And then the last creature I've made for Palicium in set 2 is a bit weird, because he doesn't really go with the planet at all. He's part of the first archetype that I'm making for the game, which I'm really excited about. Actually, I guess you could call the Knights an archetype, but they don't really have any proper support that combines them together yet. But anyway, that's off topic. This card is part of the Weatherman archetype, and if you've seen my old TCG Evolvers, you will know that the Weatherman archetype was a very popular group of cards in that game, and this is the first card from it. Well, actually, I've made a few more, but they're from different planets, and it is the Weatherman Snowflake. And most of the creatures from this planet will be from the planet Roka, but that's for another video. So Weatherman Snowflake has 40 power, 40 health, so he can be fuel for Daibakadra because he's only a 1 star. He's a common, and he reads, if you play this creature whilst there is a Weatherman Clued on your planet, who's not going to be shown in this video, you can draw 1 card, then double Weatherman Clued's power until it dies. So yeah, I can't really say much about this card at the moment, other than the fact that he will be helpful to the Weatherman archetype later on in the game. But I'm going to show you that in the next planet profile, because the next planet profile video for set 2 will of course be the planet Roka. Anyway, that's all the creatures from set 2 for the planet Palicium. I'm going to get on to show you some of these resource cards that support the planet. So first of all, I have one of the best artworks I think I've ever done for a resource card, and that card is called the Sacred Reef. It's a permanent resource card, and what it does is it doubles the original power and health of all your 1 and 2 star Palicium creatures on your planet. It's pretty straightforward. It basically means that all your cards that you would most of the time think are useless, like Transponge and Bubbo, they become a lot stronger. Like Transponge's health will become 180, and for a 1 star, you know, that's just unheard of. Also, the card Bubbo, only a 2 star, his power and health will become 220, 220, which is the stats of a very, very good 4 star. So, you know, it just turns your weak creatures into, not boss creatures, but, you know, respectably strong creatures that can do some damage. So the Sacred Reef is very useful. Also, in this illustration here, there's the artwork for 4 creatures from the planet Palicium. If you can name them all in the comments section below, I'll be very impressed. And the final card I'm going to show you in this video is a generic card, so it can be used with any planet, but I think it'll work really well in a Palicium galaxy. And that card is called Enderman's Telescope. And what it does is, you look at the top card of your galaxy, and if it is a creature card, you add it to your hand and then gain stars equal to that creature's stars. And if it's not a creature card, then you kill that card. So there is a bit of a risk when playing this card, because you're more than likely not going to know what the top card on your galaxy is. However, using a Palicium galaxy, you are going to be using a high amount of creatures, and a lot of those creatures will be very strong creatures like Spineback Serpent, Daibakadra and Cranchon. So if you use this card's ability to look at the top card of your deck and say that card is a Daibakadra, you're going to be gaining 7 stars, and then that means you're just going to be able to play this Daibakadra that turn or next turn, or just save it for whenever you want and use the stars on something else. So Enderman's Telescope I think could be very effective. Of course there is the risk of you doing something like looking at the top card, and that'll be something like a Sacred Reef, and you'll have to kill it, But you know, if you want to take the risk, then the reward can certainly be worth it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That was me showing you every card that I have made for Planet Palicium so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so excited because now this planet has enough cards for you to make a galaxy completely based off this planet, and you won't have to throw in other cards from random planets that don't really go with the galaxy. So yeah, let me know in the comments which is your favourite card from this video that you've seen. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.